Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, February 2nd, 2024. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Big decisions are to be made this morning right after this releases up in Gobbler's Knob, Pennsylvania. Yes, Phil comes out of his hole at 7:28 a.m. to let us know whether we can expect to see spring sooner or later. Now, I got to point out that he's only been right 39% of the time, and George Young at DCMD VA Weather, his record is a hell of a lot better than that. So get the scoop right here, right now. Don't wait for Phil. Anyhow, we have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? The Capitol did a follow-up story on the indictment of our own Register of Wills, Erica Griswold, who is facing legal challenges following her indictment last week for allegedly cashing a beneficiary's check. Griswold, who manages the agency responsible for overseeing the financial interests and estates of deceased residents, has been accused of misconduct in office, misappropriation by a fiduciary, and theft, specifically relating to a $6,600 check meant for a beneficiary's inheritance tax. The indictment follows a history of financial disputes involving Griswold, who has faced over $30,000 in judgments since 2003 alone. Despite these challenges, Griswold, who was elected in 2022, continues to serve in the role with an annual salary of $146,000. A status conference for her case is scheduled for April 12th. In business news, InGrano, a renowned bistro in Annapolis, is expanding with a new location at the historic Maryland Inn. Formerly, it was the home to the King of France Tavern, known for its artisanal Italian cuisine and commitment to locally sourced ingredients. InGrano's new establishment will be a little bit different from the other locations by offering a to-go menu featuring craft bagels and specialty coffees. This marks a significant development for InGrano as it revives the historic Annapolis site, which has been dormant for quite a while, I think since Starbucks moved out, and continues the growth in the downtown area. This will be the third location for InGrano. Recently, they just took over the former Flamant in West Annapolis. The opening date for the new location has not yet been announced. In some travel news, Play, an Icelandic low-cost airline, is offering a unique travel opportunity with stopovers in Iceland at no extra cost. This feature does allow passengers to visit two countries in one trip while flying between BWI and Europe. Play connects travelers from BWI or Washington to over 30 European destinations and now enables them to extend their stay in Iceland for up to 10 days. To promote the new service, Play is offering discounted fares from February 1st through February 6th only, with $99 flights to Iceland and $129 to several other European cities. This initiative does provide travelers with an affordable way to explore Iceland's natural wonders and other European destinations, and keep in mind that Play is a low-cost carrier, so there are likely some additional charges to be expected. But still, it's a pretty tremendous value. If you're looking for a way to help out your community, listen up. Annapolis Community Emergency Response Team, or CERT, has announced dates for its upcoming 20-hour CERT Basic Training class. It's scheduled for March 1st through the 3rd, 2024, at the Fire Training Academy up in Millersville, and the course aims to train volunteers in emergency response skills. Participants competing in the training will receive nationally recognized certification and can join Anne Arundel Annapolis CERT to support the County Office of Emergency Management during disasters. Registration and further details are available online at AAACERT.org. That's AAACERT.org. Be sure to catch our local business spotlight with Wildberry Farm on Saturday. That does drop at noon. And hopefully this weekend, if not by Monday, you're going to see a bonus podcast all about paying for college with the Secretary of Higher Education for Maryland. Today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet Fresh, who is another small white dog. He's a 5-year-old, incredibly well-mannered and incredibly well-behaved Shih Tzu mix. Listen to our spot now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon today for our irresistible photos and a video, and get all of the information on how you can adopt fresh in time for the Super Bowl. And again, don't forget that we do have our daily newsletter that features only the top local news stories of the day. We send it out to your email inbox at 7 p.m. every night. Yes, that is 366 days this year, all without a paywall. It's perfect for keeping up with the weekend's news since we don't release a DNB on Saturday or Sunday. And here is a link right here in the show notes for you to sign up. And that's it. Now it's just time to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I do hope that we add some value to your world. And if we do, please leave a review somewhere and tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, and Hospice of the Chesapeake. It's Friday, the weekend is here, and now it is time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we're going to see you on Monday. Now hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with the only locally forecasted weather report you'll find, and of course Canines and Crosstreks. So do hang around for that. All that's coming your way in just a minute.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Is all this talk of inflation making you uneasy? Me too, especially the uncertainty. How bad will it eat into my future purchasing power? Well, don't feel helpless because solar energy can give you some financial control. By installing and owning your solar system, you can lock out electricity cost inflation by locking in your electricity price for more than 25 years. Many of our inflation-fighting clean energy systems offset 100% of the annual electricity demands. Customers frequently add electric vehicle charging and backup batteries to their solar projects, providing them inexpensive auto fuel and additional energy security for the home. Freeze energy inflation in its tracks by committing to affordable, clean solar energy. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. But don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, February 2nd. Pretty nice day yesterday for the Annapolis region to get the month of February started, and while we'll take a small step backward today with plenty of clouds, maybe even a shower or two this morning, the outlook for the foreseeable future is for clear, calm, and quiet conditions. Look for mostly cloudy skies today with a small chance of an AM shower with highs in the 45 to 50 degree range, to be followed by sunny skies Saturday through much, if not all, of next week with highs this weekend in the mid-40s to lower 50s, followed by low to mid-40s Monday through Wednesday, with upper 40s to low or mid-50s returning next Thursday and Friday. So make plans now to get out and about while we have the sunshine and dry conditions, as many signs point to a colder and more active pattern for the second half of the month of February. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and X for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info. So you can always stay weather informed.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Anne Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
So we're back here at the SPCA for Canines and Crosstreks with Kelly from the SPCA and Billy from Annapolis Subaru. And today we got the pitter-patter of little Shih Tzu mix feet on the table, and with fresh
That is Fresh. And Fresh is 5 years old. And he's a male, and he is super, super sweet, as you can see, and playful.
He really is.
Yeah, he's got some spunk.
I would say that he's not named after his breath. He was just breathing on me. It's pretty hot. It's a little stinky.
He heard that, and now he's got his back to you. He's done with you, Belly.
Thank you, Fresh.
Well, now it's got the other end facing your way. We'll see how.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, both ends
it.
Aren't fresh.
Well, either way,
he's super cute, though.
Yeah, he is cute, and he's sweet, and he's really playful, and
he's really well behaved. I mean, he's just sitting here chilling on the conference table, and
he's housebroken. And I can tell he's a really super clean dog, which in his cage, he's like very clean.
Right.
You go back there and it stays exactly how you said it.
So his color is more of an off-white.
Yeah, he's kind of like more of like a light, like a little champagne color or something.
Yeah, we were talking before we started recording, saying, I wonder whether like a good bath would do him good.
Right. I don't
Probably
think he's
not too much.
Lighten up too much because you can kind of see the shadowing on his ears, the tips of his ears.
Right.
Yeah, and then also down his back. So
with the gray.
So an off-white.
Basically.
So he's not a dirty dog.
What's his deal? Is he surrendered?
He was surrendered, and I believe they were moving. That's what we were told. But he's been here probably about a week and a half, and he's just been really delightful to take care of and easy.
Yeah.
He's just laying on the table, looking around and having fun.
How are those guys doing?
Puppies are doing great. We're going through all the apps. We got a lot of apps, so we thank everybody for that. Little by little, they're going home. A couple of them have gone to foster, so there are 3 or 4 of them are still at foster, and we're doing the meet and greets.
What an interesting litter of puppies, though.
I know. Don't they all look
some
different?
Of them look like golden retrievers.
Yeah.
Some of them look like Pyrenees.
Yeah, and some of them, I mean, they're just the cutest in colors. And I don't know if you guys were back there earlier or not, but they are growing really fast.
I was going to say, are they huge now?
I took someone back to see them today, and I said, "Oh wow!" And they're becoming dogs.
I know that Landmark Theaters is celebrating their 50th year, and I think they're showing Jaws, which really sort of blows my mind that it's 50 years old. So I'm thinking back to that, going, Kelly's in the back here going, we're going to need a bigger cage for these puppies.
I'm serious. Oh my gosh. But I know everybody talked about the video of us trying to stuff all the dogs, the puppies back in.
The video was hysterical.
It really was.
I was on your Facebook page and I saw Pappy has left the building.
I know. Isn't that exciting?
So that's exciting.
Pappy's gone?
Pappy's gone. So we had to replace him with another white dog, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
So here we got Fresh.
Yeah, there's a bit of a trend here going on.
I know. I thought that when I chose Fresh for today, I was like, oh, wow. Okay, here's another white one. Because we had
another white little dog.
Yeah. Because we had Amy, and then we had Lisa, and
you had Pappy.
And Pappy, yeah.
And there was another one too.
Yes.
A while back. So we've had quite a few of ankle biter white dogs.
Milo.
Yes. Yes.
I think Cyrus was the first.
Cyrus.
True. Cyrus is the OG.
Cyrus.
The OG little white dog. Captured
How is he
Kelly's
doing,
heart.
He is doing fabulous. Thank you for asking.
Does he really love where he's at now?
He loves where he is, and he's not biting anybody, and he's just, we don't have any guests at the house to make sure. No, I'm kidding. We no longer have friends. But
how's John holding up?
Good. Still has 10 fingers, so all's good.
That's funny. Hey, Kelly, what is it with, I mean, I realize that like Cody out front has been here for quite some time, and I mean there's some aggression issues and stuff like that, and I get it, but he's a sweet dog, and
he's just picky.
Yes,
he's not aggressive,
but
he's picky.
Why are some of the dogs here a long time? As I look through the adoptable animals, and I mean I see some that come in, and obviously we know the cute little kittens and puppies, they all go very quickly and stuff like that, but there are some dogs that are just seem aren't necessarily, I mean I'll show a bias here and say, well, they're not pit bulls, which you would somewhat assume are going to be here for a little bit longer, but I mean, why do some of these dogs hang out here?
Well, some of them, and you're right, it's not necessarily because they're pits, because it can be, Cyrus, who was a Maltese, who is at 7 pounds and just not the easiest to adopt. Well, it's a variety of things. Sometimes, they may redirect on dogs or people or something like that. And we want to make sure that it's a safe place that they end up going to.
It's a tough job for you guys.
It is, because they deserve a home and they can thrive in the right environment, but finding that right environment and the person willing to...
And I will say, I mean, I know I sort of dissed on the pit bulls a little bit there, but I mean, I have met some of the sweetest pit bulls that are out there, and I've met some nasty ones.
Yeah.
And I've met nasty little Maltese too.
Right.
And,
or little Yorkies.
And sweet Maltese, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. So personalities in dogs are really individual.
It's kind of like people.
You can't do it like a breeder. That's right.
Kind of like people.
Well, it was funny. You were talking about ticking all the boxes for the proper home. I was reading motor1.com, and they said that they tested all of the Crosstreks. And they said, if you're in the market for a small crossover that ticks every box, look no further than the Crosstrek. And he drove all three trim levels to give his opinion of which one was the best. Which one do you think came out top?
I mean, Kelly did the same thing, and she picked the Wilderness.
It's not the Wilderness.
No, it's not. No. What he said, it was a toss-up between Wilderness and Premium.
Okay.
He said the Sport didn't feel. I mean, it was just the engine and a little bit bigger wheels, and there wasn't a huge difference, but there was a difference in price that didn't justify it. And so you come down to it, you go to the Wilderness and the Premium. He said, unless you're looking for that four-wheel drive, off-road is the word I was looking for.
Symmetrical all-wheel drive.
Okay, the symmetrical all-wheel drive. If you're looking for that experience, if you're having the need for it, then certainly the Wilderness. But
they all have the symmetrical all-wheel drive, but the off-road capabilities. Yes.
Right. But they said that the Premium is just, when you look at the cost and you look at the value,
it's
and
a great value.
It says it's way to go.
What are the levels again?
We've got base, Premium, Sport, Limited, Wilderness.
Oh, okay.
So
limited
quite
is
a few.
above the Premium.
Yeah, limited's going to have like your leather, dual climate control, stuff like that. But what we've been finding is that a lot of our customers are choosing the premium trim levels, not just in Crosstreks, but also in the other models as well, just because of the value and the affordability. There's so much stuff now that comes standard on these cars that in some cases it's difficult to justify the cost increase with the higher trim level when you're looking at the differences like leather, trim pieces, stuff like that. So a lot of our customers, especially in this inflated environment.
And there was also a thing, I don't remember where I saw it, but they put the Crosstrek Wilderness up against the Tesla Cybertruck.
Wow.
And they threw in a Toyota 4Runner, and the Toyota and the Crosstrek both kicked that Tesla.
Woo! See?
Nice.
Love it.
So it kept running off like the rugged course.
Yeah.
It kept sliding off. Couldn't keep on the track or anything like that. And they said the Crosstrek made it up to the top first because it's a little bit more agile than the larger 4Runner. But hey, go for it. Yay, $30,000 Crosstrek versus $50,000 Toyota versus $100,000 Tesla.
Yeah.
That looks like a triangle. Yeah.
That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And that's a really ugly car.
It's pretty. I mean, if you enjoy people staring at you like you have three heads, then
I'd buy a
So Kelly, can you explain to us the process of when you intake a dog? So like somebody comes in, they surrender the dog. Like what sort of steps do you guys go through when that happens?
Okay. So for intake, what they do is they call and they make an appointment, and then they come in. And then we have them fill out, obviously, a profile that will tell us the most about that animal, whether it be a cat or a dog or a small animal. And obviously, the more history, the better. And then we immediately look at their vet history to make sure that they're vaccinated and whatever they need, obviously. And then we will do an exam and vaccinate them and check them.
So there's like a checklist that you go through to make sure that the health and
that's it.
The condition.
100%. And then obviously, if they're not altered or they do need extensive medical care or anything more, then the day that one of our vets is here, then they'll do another exam, and then we do whatever they need done medically to make them adoptable.
Right. So anytime somebody brings in a dog, if it's got a medical issue that needs to get attended to, anything like that, you guys are taking care of that before it.
Yes. And we had a couple emergencies this week, so it was like we were really on overdrive. Because some are brought in as an emergency or in critical condition. So we typically, if our vet is here, then they'll do an immediate exam and make the decision whether we can actually, we have the equipment and things that we need here at the clinic, or if they had to be sent out to the emergency room.
Gotcha. Do you know what the average cost is for that for each dog?
No, but it's a good question for me to figure out because I know we have that number, but it's a lot.
Considering that it's Groundhog's Day today, have you ever brought in a groundhog?
We have not.
But you do chinchillas.
Many other things come through here, yes.
And you do, what are the
hedgehogs?
Hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs that you guys saw. And then the sugar gliders, obviously guinea pigs and rats and all that fun stuff.
And those are all at Paws at the Mall.
They're Paws at the Mall. So.
Nice.
And we are packed.
There
so go visit and adopt a guinea pig.
It'd be a better time to bring them by on the 11th.
That's right, February 11th.
That's the Hearts and Hounds Mall Walk. What's that all about now?
That is going to be from 8 to 11. And
you can bring anybody's pups in and
you can.
Cruise
You can bring your own. You can bring someone else's. Billy, you can bring your pups.
Will you have pups like to loan out for a walk?
We are going to bring some of our adoptables that'll be just walking around and, with volunteers.
With the vests to say,
to say adopt me. Pick me. And then obviously we're going to have, paws at the mall will be opened and some fun stuff to buy. And then we'll have Puppylicious there, which will be, the dog treats and stuff. So we'll have some vendors. Yeah.
The Hearts and Hounds, because it is Heart Health Month, too.
That's right. And they'll be doing screening. So they'll be doing vascular screening there. Dare to Care Heart Health Foundation will be doing screening. Humans. That's right.
which is very important, especially
Absolutely.
for people of a certain age.
Yes.
At least one person in here is
That's right.
of that age.
Fresh.
That's right. 5 times 7.
How old are you in dog years? Fresh.
It's a free vascular screening.
Absolutely, it is. And if you can't make it that day, then you can go to Dare to Care. Yeah,
several events over the month. Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Sunday the 11th, and then you can go home and watch the Super Bowl.
I'm not watching the Super Bowl.
Oh, you're boycotting this year? Why?
I'm just upset.
But there's sunshine at the end of this tunnel here. The Orioles are being sold.
That is true. That was like a great.
Wow.
That was a good thing to
That
happen.
was a lot of people's response too.
We got rid of Snyder and Angelos inside of a year. It'll be an exciting time as soon as Fresh gets the call.
Fresh needs to watch the Super Bowl at a new home. That's the goal. Let's get Fresh out of here before February 11th.
I'm loving the Facebook, all the pictures of the pups that we've talked to that are they're all snuggled up on the couches and stuff like that. And
speaking of puppies, we do have new puppies that were born this week, and we have a beagle that she came in and she was 3 years old. She was surrendered, and we said, she either just had puppies or what's up with her? And no, she was pregnant. And she had 2 days ago, she had 4 puppies.
Gosh.
3 boys and 1 girl?
3 boys and 1 girl. And she is such a good mommy. I don't know. They're all different colors. There's some that are like white, and then there's some that are white and black, and one that's a little bit of a cream tone. But she's super sweet. She's a great mom. So they will be, obviously it'll be at least 7 weeks until they're up for adoption. But
do you guys do that thing like the first puppy born at the SPCA like they do at the hospitals of the new year?
But that's a good idea.
Is this them? This is probably them.
This is them. You're right, because the others were right. Oh my gosh.
First puppies.
That's
24.
It.
Boy.
Yeah.
Do you birth a lot of puppies here?
We didn't as much as we are now, because so many people are breeding so much more, and there's a lot of people locally breeding, and that's sort of like their business now. So unfortunately, we have a lot more moms coming in a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's good for people because they're looking to adopt puppies, but obviously there's plenty of puppies out there. We don't need a whole lot more.
Well, keep your eye on the SPCA's website, which is aacspca.org, for when those puppies come online and adoptable. And I'm sure we'll be talking to them soon, because we usually get early access.
That's right.
Let's get some more puppies in here.
Yeah.
I mean, Fresh, you're cool. I like your energy.
4 beagles is probably a lot more manageable than 9 Pyrenees.
That's true.
Slightly.
That's true.
And Fresh is up for adoption, and Fresh needs to go home for a Super Bowl party.
That's right.
That is for sure. And you can get that at AACSPCA as well. He's really a cool guy.
He is cool. He's just been hanging out.
He is. And if you are looking for one of those Crosstreks that absolutely kicked a Tesla's ass, Annapolis Subaru is where you want to go on that. AnnapolisSubaru.com, or up at 149 Old Solomon's Island Road.
And don't forget, we rehome Subarus as well. Yes, we have certified
and the intake
pre-owned.
process is way less complicated than the SPCA.
I don't
Leave
know.
it to us to make it more complicated.
I'd like to know how many steps you guys go through with these dogs, because we do 152. 152 point inspection on our CPOs.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Okay, you win.
Yeah. Oh, we win?
Yeah, I think you do win, because I'm not sure we're up to 152 steps to get a dog into the shelter. But
yeah,
what do you think,
a lot of stuff that goes into this.
So you guys really do poke and prod and
we want to
check everything out on.
We want to make sure that when we resell it to a Subaru customer, a new Subaru customer, that it meets all the all the standards of the certified program. So it's very, very important that we do that.
Get online, go see Fresh and get him a home. Plenty of animals here. If you're in the market for a beagle, they will have some beagles coming up pretty soon. Again, if you're in the market for a car, AnnapolisSubaru.com is where you want to go for that. And we're going to see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.